While we are grateful to all the brave men and officers for the events of the past few days, we should, above all, be very grateful to Almighty God, who gives us victory. Abraham Lincoln, May 1864.
I was born and raised in on a farm in Colorado, western Colorado. And my dad died when I was 10. They sent me to Missouri, and I stayed there for 4 years for being raised by his family. And I said, I want to go back to Colorado. And they said, no. Well, I said, yeah, I went anyway. And I dropped out of school and went to work in a bakery.
Originally from Kansas City, Missouri. I was about 10 years old, and I have two cousins that at the time they were graduating college, and they were both, and at that time I didn't know a lot about the military, but they graduated college. They at that time got commissioned as officers and in the Marine Corps. And when I seen them in their dress whites, that's what I knew that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a Marine. Ever since then, ever since I seen that and seen them in that uniform with their sword, that's what I wanted to be.
I was living in Cincinnati, Ohio, working for the welfare department, going nowhere. I wanted to travel. I wanted to meet people. And I knew I couldn't, stuck in the job I was doing. And I had a friend, we'd gone through high school together, and we got separated after we graduated. She came home on leave from the Air Force. We spent 2 days together, and I knew that once, after talking with her, that's what I wanted to do.
I got off work at the bakery after working there 3 years one morning, and as I stopped at a stop sign, I saw a sign, join the Navy. And I parked, went up to the post office, and talked to the guy, and he said, well, just for the heck of it, since you didn't finish high school, just see how you did on the test. You want to try it? I said, sure. I tried it. He said, you did great. So when do you want to go? And I said, oh, next week. And he said, next Monday. I went to Denver, Colorado with 10 other men, and I was the only one that passed the physical in 1952.
The Marine Corps, I felt, was going to be the biggest challenge for me, both physically and mentally, and I didn't want to take anything less. Plus, the uniform stood out quite a bit as well, and that's the biggest part of wanting to join the Marine Corps was the challenge in itself.
The one thing that all the men in that fighter group had in common was they all had their military training, flying training, at Tuskegee Army Airfield. Ergo, the name. We chose to name this group after Tuskegee Institute, or the Tuskegee Airmen. And that was not until 1972, 27 years after the war ended. But the term is now used. It's used going back to the very first pilots, black pilots. They refer to Tuskegee Airmen.